All right, good morning, everybody. Sorry about the delay on the camera. Um, Sorry about seeing my hand up close too. Wow, I'm really behind now. Um, I'm joined in the shop this morning by the lovely Socks Kitty. Yes, you want to say hi to everybody? No? Okay. All right. Um, she was excited to come out here this morning. But anyway, good morning. Rune, Dana, Bear's back. Everybody else, I think we'll probably get a few more people straggle in here. Running another poll today to see what we should do, and I think it's pretty clear what everybody wants to see today. So anyway, we'll run it a little bit longer. But I'm glad that everybody's here. Hope y'all had a great week this week. As for me, we were busy as always. So anyway, yeah, I got a couple things here. We can look at whatever's in this box, or we can look at this piece of junk, Amazon safe. Eventually, yes, we will look at the Amazon safe. Probably next week. Because there's a couple things I want to see about it first, just so I have a little bit better understanding. Anyway, let's see. Good morning, Dave Edion. Ronald, good morning. G Keyman, good morning. Flea market got rained out. That's no good. Ronald, what is up? Helicopters and gas prices. That's what's up. No, it's been pretty busy week at work. Done a bunch of stuff. I can't even remember. We moved some safes. Let's see. We did some deadbolt installations. Some deadbolt swap outs. There's a couple days I was actually on my own pretty much all day, which is pretty cool. Socks, what are you getting into over there? She's over in the corner trying to dig around in the cabinet, which the big display cabinet over there is free to any of you who want to drop by and pick it up. You'll have to load it yourself, but anyway. So yeah, it's been one of those weeks this week actually. Just staying busy, that's a good thing. Good thing for business. It's a little warm in here. Let me turn the heat down just a bit. Let's see. Sorry, y'all. Holy crap. Sitting on 78. Anyway, bring the remote back over with me. Anyway, let's see. Have a safe almost like that. Yeah. I don't know. I want to take it apart and, of course, see what makes it tick. See what's on the inside, and maybe we might be able to switch out the lock and turn it into something a little more useful. Isn't that right? Like a kitty safe. Got to keep the kitties safe. So yeah, we've got a few things. For any of y'all who buy them, DeWalt drill bits at Lowe's, the black and gold is what the label is on these. We use these every single day. There's one in the tool bag that we take with us, and we've got spares all in the truck and the shop. These are really good multi-purpose bits. If you're locksmithing or doing anything, brand new, they cut through metal great. After you've kind of burned them out a little bit, not so great. But do well with wood. This whole set, it goes from 1/16 up to 1/2 inch in a nice hard case. They're $10 at Lowe's. Really? That didn't turn out the way that you wanted it to, did it? No. Jeez. Yeah. Well, now I've got a mess to clean up on aisle 3. Anyway. I wish that was on camera. Socks trying to get everywhere. Anyway, but yeah, it's been a pretty good week. I picked a few logs this week. Hell, I can't even remember back what I did Monday and Tuesday, honestly. So anyway, hope y'all have had a great week. The poll is saying that we're going to look at whatever's in the Medico box. Got 6 people here. And we'll probably go ahead and look at what's in the Medico box. I'll end the poll here in just a few minutes, though, just to give a chance for a couple more people to show up. Let's see. James Randolph, good morning. Just in time for the mess. Jason, there's some. No, the cat's out here. Yeah. The, yeah, she knocked some stuff over. Anyway. All right, guys, so what else do we have? What else do we have to talk about today? So I want to give some people a little more chance to show up. And look, there we go. We'll probably need this. And I know we'll need maybe this. Maybe. All right, so I guess we'll go ahead and end the poll. We're going to look at what's in this box right here. Yes. We did a Medico Reiki the other day, and I don't know how many of y'all watching have Medico machines. Jason, good morning, Jason, by the way. You don't have a Medico machine, but I'm sure you've heard one or seen one being used. A Medico machine sounds like a vacuum cleaner trying to be amorous towards a blender. That's a kind way of saying it. But yes, that's what a Medico machine sounds like. And you get brass everywhere when you cut a Medico key. There are many steps to do it. Maybe one day I'll be able to make a video showing how to cut a Medico key. It's on the Medico machine. It's a little complicated because you have to turn a dial and then turn the carriage and then select the position. Yeah, it's a bunch of stuff. Last night your kitty took down a whole shelf of plants. Oh, when I was a kid, probably like 12, 11, something like that, we had a computer, which, home computers were really popular, but they were still really expensive. They had a comma in the price tag. And my mom had just gotten a new laser printer. And yeah, y'all want to see socks? There you go. We can watch socks in the background. Sorry that I'm tilted. I want a new boom arm. Anyway, the cat that we had at the time, she knocked an entire potted plant over into the brand new printer. Repotted it into the tray. That printer was out for 3 weeks getting cleaned. Let's see. Jason, okay. You got a Medico machine that will cut them, or a machine that will cut them, but not the actual Medico. Yeah, the actual Medico machines are very noisy. Like I was saying, kind of complicated to use, but once you use them a few times, you'll be able to see how they work. Um, Dog would be no better if they could climb like a cat. Yeah, actually, a dog would probably knock more stuff over. Um, all right, so let's get the camera repositioned, and we'll take a look at what's in this box right here. So, you get it turned around. See if the camera arm holds. Been trying to get a friend of mine to build me a new one, but he keeps telling me that it would be cheaper for me to buy a new one than it would be to have him build me one. Come on. There. That's what was in the Medico box. Is that what y'all wanted to see? A couple of like 4 wafer cam locks. That would be a really cruel joke, and I'm sure y'all would show up and let me know that, right? Hey, Lock-A-Lot. Good morning. Reffing soccer still? God, out where you are, it must be like, 20 degrees. That's too cold. All right. Yes, these are 2 little cam locks we took off for a customer. Yeah. They're going over there. That's what y'all came to see, isn't it? Medico. Key doesn't go to anything else. It's a very old key, probably at least 20 years old, if not a little bit older. The cylinder needed to be replaced because the first pin was having some issues. And it still has some issues turning, but I don't know. We'll try to pick it. Let's see. Yeah, these squeeze to get this off because I don't want to lock it up. Do I have any pliers? No. Do I? Use some tweezers. Only 60 out there. Rune, these cams, or these little cam locks, they were actually on little cash boxes. So they came off because the owner was replacing them with something different. So they just wanted us to pull them off, pick them and pull them off because they didn't have keys. So we did it. Let me see if I can go ahead and get this because I do at some point, we're going to take this lock apart. Let's see if we can do this. I've taken these apart before. Yeah, Rune, I think that's what happened with this is that the first pin fell. The original call was that there was something in there, but I don't know. All right, can't get that apart right now. Let's go ahead and see if we can pick it. Maybe. Let's see. James, you're ooh, this won't hold that. I've loaned out my little lever cylinder holder. That'll be all right. We'll get it clamped up here. Yeah, James, that would be inconvenient. I want that focus. See, 47 in rain, 45 in rain, 40 degrees. Yeah, Rune, I think most people in my area have also gone ahead and upgraded to the M3. That's all we sell. But, you know, there's still ancient Medicos out there like this one. So let's see if we can pick it. There's the focus, maybe. And I always like to start going counterclockwise on Medico because that binds the sidebar first. And you basically just try to wiggle on the pins to see if you can get them to turn a certain way, either left, right, or center. And you'll feel a little give when you get one in the correct spot. And then it's a matter of lifting the pins as well. First, though, actually, should have done this earlier. Here's some Houdini. See if I have any air left. Not much. I need some canned air. I don't know. Maybe we'll try going clockwise. Of course, in the field, if you know you run into one of these, you don't want to spend a whole lot of time picking. You probably grab the rotary pick. We were lucky that we had a key for this. That's why it came out intact. Ronald is for an M3 the cylinder, like if you buy it brand new, just like one of these cylinders and a key, I want to say it's like between $70 and $100 for one of the M3s. Let's see. Fonzie, good morning. Yeah, around $100, like Rune said. I mean, I'm not sure exactly on pricing, and it would depend on who you're getting it from as well. God, and this camera is not focusing today. Let's see if I've still got it to pick a Medico. Socks is sitting on the chair behind me, just kind of looking at me weird. which is what she normally does. Pin 1, pin 2, maybe pin 2 and pin 3. Actually, I think the boss said, because he went out and looked at this lock first, I think he actually removed pin 1. If I'm not mistaken. Sorry about that. Okay. Feels like I've got a little bit of a false set. And I just lost whatever I had. Hey, Lux NY. Good morning. Okay. Yeah, this keyway is all walled out. Like I said, it's at least 20 years old. And even if I can't get it picked, we'll take it apart. But I want to give it a fair shot. Hey, Anthony. Good morning. Yeah, James, I'm failing to pick a Medico on camera. Done it before. A couple years ago, I picked one on live. Took me a little while, but... And the bidding's not horrible on this one either. The camera focus is horrible. I got the cat running around in here too. So that's probably why. It's not being camera shy, it's being cat shy. Pick through it. You can see just on the end of my pick, that's all the gunk that just came out of that lock. Why is that not focusing? It's driving me nuts. And with the key, it wants to open better going clockwise. So let's try keeping on with that. try working the key in it. See if that'll, with some of the lubricant. See, it's still really catchy right there. Like, you have to push up on the key to get it to go. So we may not be able to pick this one. Hey, Dana. Good job getting the Avis open. Those are pretty fun locks to pick. I don't remember what kind of pick I used for mine, but I know I've got the video from a long time ago. It's somewhere if you search through my videos. Okay. I feel like I'm getting closer. So I get a little give on it whenever I set something. Yeah. Locks NY, if I turn the camera off, it'll pick for sure. All right. Another couple minutes. Maybe. All right. All right. We're going to dissect it. Let's see. Do I want to follow it out? If I can remember how to get this, I think you've got to squeeze this. No, I don't have any pliers out here right now. Let's see. I'm trying to remember how this goes together. Because your tailpiece is connected to the little clip right in there. Looks like that hooks up. Get you guys a better view so you can see what I'm actually trying to do. Let's see. Squeeze and push. Yeah, it looks like the squeeze and push, but it's not squeezing. Can't remember, do you have to squeeze it while it's all the way out here? Because it's not wanting to squeeze. I guess I can shove it out. Could just Dremel it off, which actually I might just do that. One moment, please. Let's see. Yep, I think that's what we'll do. Don't stab yourself. Grab the first aid kit. Yeah. I'll have y'all know that I successfully, well, the boss and I successfully installed a door closer, and I did not get another boo-boo. Okay, now let's see. That thing got hot too. There we go. And that's how you remove one of those stubborn things. All right. It's all about time, isn't it? Google how to remove. Now we need the big first. Yeah, Dana, I remember gluing my fingers together. Thank you. All right, let's get this over here. Get this. And if my boss is watching me do this, he's gonna scream at me because you never follow out a Medico cylinder. I'm like, yeah, but I've done it before. And he's like, but no, you don't do that. So that's how easy that comes out. Yeah, he did remove that first pin that was dropping and giving trouble. So that's why we got an empty chamber there. Our sidebar just comes out. Again, we'll get some tweezers. Grab hold of it. There we go. There's our sidebar. See, sidebar springs are not coming out. There we go. We'll do 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. It's a lot of junk too. Like, I don't know if y'all see it right there, but there are like some little shavings and stuff. And still a lot of gunk in there from when I lubricated it. It's probably not showing up that well. Let's get the light a little bit closer. Not that close. There. That made it even worse, didn't it? Okay. Now let's take out what's up top. Grab 2, which is mushroom, 2 spring, okay, so 3 had a master in it, or was that, no, I dumped, see, no, I dumped 2 different drivers. There's spring, there's the other spring, and we'll go in from the back for the last 2. Grab the spring out of there. That. And then that just leaves us with 1 more top spring. There we go. So yes, it does have, okay, there are the sidebar springs right there. I don't know if you can tell, but the sidebar is really cruddy. Like, it's got, I can take my pick, and it's got all the years of oil and grease and gunk and everything built up in there. It's probably one reason why it was being cranky. Let's see. Let's look at the chat real quick. Safety contacts. Yep, that's what I've got, Ren. Pocket Women, good morning. Let's see. Ronald, I guess in the field, like locksmithing, we actually have these caps, so we can replace them. It's just easier to do that than try to worry about following out with the sidebar. Because if you lose one of these little sidebar springs, you're going to be looking for them. I think we have some, but I'm not sure. And, the rule of thumb is if you're not sure if you have a replacement part with you, you don't do something to it, unless you have to. But yeah, this cylinder is really, really cruddy. The whole thing just, it's just gunky. So it needs to be, needs to really be restored. Get to working. Let's see. Lowell Forbes. Woohoo, you have a Saturday off. Awesome. Yeah, having the master wafers in there and everything, and plus when you put the bottom pins in, you have to get them oriented correctly, because there's a little Just a little spot right there that helps line them up and limit their rotation. So you can see here, even though this one's walled out, you can see these chambers aren't perfect circles. They have little notches in them, and that helps limit the rotation of the pins. So when you put one in, it's not going to spin, 360 degrees, because when you look at the pin, it's got a sharp beveled edge on one side and then a slightly beveled edge on the other side. And these actually do go, in a certain position. Certain ones are supposed to interact with the front of the key. Others are supposed to interact with the tip of the key. But, it's tedious. And so you want to make sure that you load it correctly. And then trying to hold everything together and follow it back into the cylinder can be kind of a pain. So that's why you want to, load it from the top instead of following it out. Let's see. Yeah, Fonzie, I don't know. I mean, I imagine at some point in time somebody shot some graphite in here. But I think it's probably just years of grit and dust. I mean, it was on a commercial building, so I think that's probably got something to do with it. But yeah, that's this Field Medico, or Medico from the field. So, yeah, victim of the WD-40 killer. Does the plug have undercuts on the top of each chamber? Let's look. I don't believe so. No. No undercuts, just smooth milling. Yeah, it's really gunky in there. Yeah, let's get some Houdini. Yes, I'm Houdiniing and dirtying my brand new pinning mat. That is just nasty. Soak that up a little bit. Guess I should have put a paper towel down first, shouldn't I? Oops. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I've got a few Medicos in my collection. They can be really interesting to pick. I've done videos in the past of picking them. They are what they are. They're not really uncommon or rare. I know they are for Lock Sport because it's difficult to get them because they last a while, and normally when they're taken out of service, they're thrown away, and you hardly ever get one with a key. And the only way that I was able to get this key with this cylinder is because it wasn't used anywhere else. So, I just kind of lucked out, and that's what happens a lot of times. You can see too with the pins, you can see how worn that is, how grooved. Like, it's got a groove right there from the key hitting it, and the chisel edge is worn down, how it's cupped a little bit right there, if you can see that. But let's see if we can put it back together. And the little tabs go, like I said, in the elongated sections. And Medicos are also very picky about stack balance, which is for a longer bottom pin, you're going to have a shorter top pin, or vice versa. So like this, this longer pin, that's a very deep cut. So you're going to have a very short top pin for it. And if you don't, then it won't work. You'll brick it. Let's see. Yeah, these things are worn out. But you can see there's only one security top pin, in this whole lock, and it was still pretty difficult to pick. So there we've got that together. Put our sidebar in. Pins aligned. They're not all at shear line. That's interesting. Anybody else see that too? Okay, the sidebar's in. That's not at shear line. I wonder if that's from the wear and tear on it. These last two, 5 and 6, are at shear, but 2, 3, and 4 are all sitting pretty deep in there. That would definitely be enough to affect the operation. Let's see. Lift key, no warning to align. Yeah. Yeah. With the warding being worn out, lifting the key up, that'll get it a little bit. I mean, we got it to open before. So we're going to load this back up. Let's see. I think I can get that third one. I don't have my real pinning tweezers. So this might take... Actually, no, I do have my pinning tweezers. Why didn't I grab them earlier? I keep my pinning tweezers in my pick kit now, just in case. Okay, there we go. There's that. That driver. That spring. Top pin. There we go. All right. And then we'll do the third chamber. Grab it just the very top of this thing. There we go. Just set it down in there. Push it down. There we go. All right. And then number 2, which has a mushroom. There we go. All right. Let's see. Swap driver 3 and 4. Undercuts. Read your comment. The Bible. Push it up. Swap 3 and 4. Swap pins 3 and 4 on the key rune. Is that what you were saying? Swap the bottom pins or the top pins on 3 and 4. So you're seeing something I'm not. The drivers, swap 3 and 4. Okay, I can do that. There's 2. There's 3. 4. Put that. I don't know if I can get a hold of it. It's another reason why you load from the top. Makes it easier. There we go. There's 4. 3. And 2. Okay. Key pins are fine. Okay. All right. Let's see what kind of luck we have now. Yeah, still catches, but it'll still turn when you lift up on the key. And I think that's definitely a result of the warding being so worn out. I'll go ahead and put this back in. I'll take the tailpiece out. Put the clip back in. Just to keep from blowing it up. Had that happen yesterday. Yeah, still turns. Cool. Think about getting 3 wafers in the right order as well. Okay. All right. Hey, Miko. Good morning. Alrighty. Let's zoom out here just a little bit. Should I give it another go of picking? Maybe. Just to see if we can get any improvement. Which, I mean, theoretically, if a lock is working fine, should be harder to pick, right? Sounds like a tired old Medico. Yeah, I think so. I don't know if there's going to be any picking to this. Or it may reach the point where it picks better than it works with the key. I mean, this is the thickest tensioner that I have, and it's having some issues staying put. see, what do I have? I actually got a pretty decent falset on it now. With well, bless you. Socks is over here rummaging through the boxes. Take two thin tensioners together. Yeah, I've done that before, but I mean, this is a little over 50 thousandths thick pry bar. Works wonders. It's the one I carry in my kit now. Got the rotations right and locked in. Yeah, that's a possibility while I'm in the false set. But everything's standard except for that one in chamber 2. I just don't have enough control over the rotation of the plug because it's so worn out. Yes, GQ man, cats do get into everything. All right, guys, so I think we're going to retire this guy to the collection. What do y'all say? Just let him live out retirement. Give him a Houdini bath every once in a while. Yeah, that's... I don't know. I might drag him out and pick him again sometime. All right. It is a little after 11, even though I got a late start. We'll go ahead and start wrapping up. Just because I've got a bunch of other stuff to get done today. So let me slide the camera up. Sorry about the motion sickness. Whew, that was an ugly angle of me. Socks, come here. Come here. You want to say goodbye? All right. Let's see. Cats get into every... Litter picker, your cats are into drugs and opera? Okay. Wow. Yeah, James, this tensioner, I talked about it a while back. It's a copy of the one that Darkwood Picks made for me a long time ago, like when I first got started. This one, though, my buddy made, he's getting into log sport, has been in log sport, but he made this one out of a saw blade, and it's longer than the regular tensioner. This one's broken, but you can see the difference in length, I think, if I hold it just right. So you can see that you get, an extra, like, nearly ½ inch. And it just makes it more comfortable to hold, and you get a little more feedback, I think. But yeah, this one is definitely 50 thousandths thick. This one is probably about 45 thousandths thick. But it still works great. I still like it. Let's see. You hate opera. Let's see. Yeah, Lowell, I'll try to be at Jason's. I think he probably had to skip out. Yeah, Rune's right. This guy, needs to just retire, sit on a shelf. I don't even think he's worth picking anymore. But hey, I'll save the tailpiece. That's for sure. Those can always come in handy. No Schlag shirt today. It's like, oh, that was the Southern Security Expo shirt that I've got on today. Yeah, Dana. Oh, yeah, the nail. It doesn't hurt. It did when it happened. That was from the door closer. Way back, like what, a month or two ago. When I was taking the old door closer off, and the arm you couldn't disconnect at the pivot. Which, if you can disconnect it at the pivot, it makes it a little bit easier to control what's going on. Also, is the first door closer that I'd ever completely removed. And when I removed it from the door, it slammed back to the frame and caught my finger in the process. Not fun. I said every F word that there was. But yeah, it looks really bad, but it doesn't hurt at least. Let's see. Yeah, Anthony, custom tools do work great, especially with stuff like this. I mean, if you don't have one, and I don't have one here, I need to buy some. But because I know you're doing some locksmithing, look at buying the Shrum tool, SHRUM. Look at buying one of those. That is a multi-purpose tool. It was designed by a locksmith that actually just lives like 8 minutes up the street from me. Or at least the shop's like 8 minutes up the street from me. He invented it years ago. It's manufactured right here where I live, and it's sold to locksmiths all over the country. But it's the locksmith multi-purpose hook tool. So it's hook tool, traveler's hook, Shrum tool, Carolina roller. Look that up. But yeah, I mean, it was a tool that he custom made that, he sold it to this company to manufacture, and it is awesome. We carry at least 4 or 5 per truck that we have. We've got a whole drawer full of them in the key room, work room at the shop. The boss buys them by a case of 100. And they come in short lengths and long lengths too. So yeah, look at that if you don't have one, because I know you're doing more and more locksmithing. So look at that and get you a few. Looks like that bar can force open a smart key. I would try it, but until I have a couple more of these, I don't want to. I don't want to risk it. I do have a couple smart key cylinders we can try that too, just to see. Fire truck. There are more F words? Yeah. James, there are a lot more F words when you get your finger jammed between a closer and a frame. Fudge sticks is one of them. Yeah, Rune, this one had only spring pressure, no oil. There wasn't anything left. I mean, the door would have taken your finger off. The closer would have taken your finger off if you held it in the frame and let it slam on it. Metal door, commercial door, and it wasn't good. Yes, Anthony, that's exactly what I was talking about. The Shrum tool. Flippity butt. Harbor Freight discount Shrum tool. Okay. Gotcha. Yep. Fin for a nod. Yep. Yeah, those tools are awesome. I need to get a few to keep in here. Show you kind of how I use them, but you can use them from, for anything from hitting the detent for knobs and levers to just reaching in, grabbing stuff. If you've got a lever handle through a gate that you need to get, you reach in through it, pull it down. I mean, all kinds of good stuff. But anyway, folks, all right, it's time to start packing up, and that way we can have a break until Jason gets started in a little bit. Socks and I would like to thank you all again for showing up. Like you do every week, we have a great time, even if Socks isn't always out here with me. And what? Look at the camera. Do you not see that? Yeah, I know you see that. You're just ignoring it like a good cat. Anyway, y'all, have a great rest of your weekend. Stay safe. Stay happy.